Hi everyone, I'm Nidhi and today I've got my friend Amey here with us today. He's from Grand Government Medical College, Mumbai. So he's almost done with his second year and he's getting into his third year. Today he's here with us to tell us everything about his college. Also, he has his own YouTube channel, Medico Musician, which I think you should follow if you want some more information about different medical colleges, etc. Also, I have included a few of his YouTube links in the description below. So please watch those videos for more information. So, first of all, how is GMC Mumbai in terms of college life and how is it compared to other medical colleges in Mumbai?
Uh, to be very honest, GMC Mumbai is one of the best places on earth. Like, okay, I'm biased towards my college, but yeah. In a nutshell, I'll just tell you that GMC Mumbai, the life at GMC Mumbai is bustling. And the best part is that there's no such set stereotype that to be a GMC, you have to be a certain way. Like, I'll tell you, in Mumbai, there are five major colleges, right? There is KEM, there is JJ, then there is Sion, there is Nair, and there is Cooper. So those are the five main colleges across Mumbai. Out of that, I feel like I have friends at other colleges too. So at GMC Mumbai, there are a lot of fests, activities, and there is a huge myth what comes with that people do not study at GMC Mumbai. But no, let me tell you that in the medical college, everybody studies, and at times because I've had at times when I went to the library at 7 o'clock in the morning and I saw the most unexpected people in the library. So it's not like that people at GMC Mumbai don't study. Comparing it to other colleges at KEM, the competition wise, KEM is a bit more competitive. At GMC Mumbai also we have healthy competition, but I just feel that it's a more liberal environment. Like the people who want to study can study 24 hours. Nobody's stopping from them from doing that. The people who do not want to study and just study for passing exams, they can continue with their ways. Like there's no such set stereotype which comes like to be a GMC you have to be a certain way. And comparing it with Nair and Sion, so Nair and Sion both have their individualities, but the only factor what lacks in that is the campus. The campus at Nair and Sion is a bit smaller, but at GMC we have a 50-acre big campus, and we are very proud of that fact.
Hmm.
And Cooper is a more recently one, but I must say that the academics at all the five colleges are very good. One thing to die for at GMC Mumbai is the clinical postings.
So, can you tell us something about your seniors?
Okay, so I know where this question is directed to. Indirectly, I'm being asked about ragging, right? So ragging is kind of omnipresent. It's there in every college. Like at some of the other level, in some of the other aspect, ragging would always be there. Ragging gets negative when it is related, when it happens physically, or like you're being traumatized or you're being forced to do a particular thing. So I would say that at my college, ragging as such is there. Like, I'm telling this openly on camera that yeah, it's there. But another thing what comes with that is it's just there for a few initial days. Like the first 6 months would be a bit tedious. Otherwise, once the fests and all begin, once you start interacting with the seniors and clubs and all, and things go way better. And sometimes the only thing about seniors and interacting with the seniors is that initially you need to be respectful towards them, right? Because I believe that in medicine, it's not about the age factor. It's moreover about
Yes.
the knowledge what the person has. Being 1 year ahead of you in MBBS means a lot of knowledge. That's absolutely true. And another thing about seniors is that I'm very thankful to have very good seniors. I personally did not take ragging, and you can ask any of my batchmates. I do not believe in taking ragging. But yeah, there are people who take ragging, but again, they don't like force their juniors, or like they don't like pin them down that no, you have to come, and if you don't come, then boycotting and other stuff goes on. But I guess it's pretty much chill with respect to seniors. And once you start getting into fests and clubs, it becomes way better. So seniors have been pretty good.
Okay. So, tell us about your clinical postings and how is the hospital, the patient flow? How is your experience in the hospital?
Yeah, this was the question I was desperately waiting for. And because I wanted to tell my stories, I had a lot of. If you follow me on my channel, that is at the rate medical musician, you have seen my various vlogs about my clinical postings and all. And I attended my clinical postings very sincerely, except two postings, I guess. One is, I guess, OBGY, because we had a prelims going on during OBGY postings. and the second one would be, I guess, ENT. Those were the only two postings which I did not get to attend so much. Other than that, I attended all my postings very sincerely. And the best thing at GMC Mumbai is are the clinical postings. I'll be very honest, in one of my surgery postings, I got to actually assist the residents on a surgery. It was a hydrocele case in the month of November. I have also made a blog about it. You can just check it out on my channel. And I would say that at GMC Mumbai, see, it's a government hospital, so it is highly understaffed. And due to the fact that it is understaffed, the juniors, like my MBBS students and the residents, do get to do a lot of hands-on stuff. At times it gets hectic, but it's again, at GMC Mumbai, I told now, there won't be teachers who will force you to look at clinical postings, and if you don't come to clinical postings, we'll fail you, we'll do this, we'll do that. There's nobody shouting at you, but it's your inner conscience which tells you that no, I want to go to the clinical postings, and that's what drove me to the hospital every day. And I would say that I learned so much. So recently, on the last Wednesday, I had my microbiology university Viva, and I was asked about biomedical waste segregation and how is it disposed and all of that. And I was given a case-like situation that you're a surgeon and you're operating in a septic OT. Now, I had actually worked in a septic OT in the month of November on three cases. One of them was compartment syndrome, and one of them was above knee amputation. And those were the three cases I've seen in septic OT actually. So, ma'am first asked me like, what are the infections you're expecting? So, I did not remember reading this in a textbook, but I did remember that incident, what happened with me in the OT and all. And I could answer, I could answer gas gangrene and all of that. And secondly, I was asked that how is the waste disposed in the OTs? And that time I realized that I did not remember what I read in my Apurva Shastri in microbiology, but I did remember what I'd seen on that night shift in my posting. So that is how good clinical postings at JK are. Although I'll be very honest to you, my batchmates do not attend clinical postings very sincerely. There are very few of my batchmates who attend clinical postings sincerely. But again, that's their loss, not mine. It depends, but clinical postings are really very good at GMC Mumbai. They are to die for. I'm telling you. If you get into GMC Mumbai, and if I'm your senior, I would want you in my wards. Yeah, it's great, and you get to learn a lot.
So, how are your professors?
So now, professors, see, I'll tell you, every department is very big, and this is not school, right? So you cannot expect every professor to know you by name. But as teachers, they're really good. They're very helpful. If you approach any professor, there won't be a single professor who's not ready to help you. Of course, they're always there because that's what they're appointed for, right? And according to the new CBME pattern, the teaching is more student centric, right? So the professors at GMC Mumbai do obey that. They believe you to at least know 30% of the topic already before they start teaching, right? If you are already a backbencher, if you are bothered the least, then they won't take any interest in you. It's very obvious. It's human tendency. That's how the professors are. But I'm really, really blessed that a few of my teachers have literally been my mentors throughout my 2 years. I would like to mention a person, Dr. Rashmi Sinha, who was my anatomy professor. And I would call her my second mother because that's how friendly she has been to me. And whenever, like, I was a local, so I used to travel from Kandy. So some days I never used to get my tiffin. So many times she has offered me, like, she has actually made tiffin for me and given it to me in my second year during my clinical postings. That's how warm teachers at GMC Mumbai are. Then another teacher from my pharmac department, Dr. Abhijit Joshi, like Dr. Shamal Sinha, they're all wonderful professors. They're my physiology teachers. Actually, I got highest in my physiology in the second year, and I would give all the credit to my physiology teachers. My batsman, Dr. Vaishali, they were all great. Dr. Sureka, everybody was great. And it depends on how interested you are. If you are interested, if you want to study, then there is every teacher ready to help you. Even in my clinical postings, I have found wonderful teachers, wonderful residents who are always there to guide me with my stuff. So I would say that it's a myth to say that the professors at GMC Mumbai are not. See, of course, they won't like come to your lecture hall and teach you everything line by line because of course we are like what we are 20, 21 year old, and that's what the thing is over here that it requires a lot of self effort also, and along with that the professor helps you. But otherwise, as professors, they are great. And see, I remember so many names, and a few of the professors even know me. That really gives me a lot of happiness. And I really don't like when people bash my college about that the academics is not good because the professors are good. It's like you're not taking enough interest to attend the lectures and be sincere at it.
So, what can you tell us about the extracurricular activities and events at JJ?
Okay, so first I'll tell you myth versus reality, right? So the myth is that JJ has the best events and it has the most lucrative extracurricular activities. The reality is that our batch did not get to see a lot of that. Number one, because we were the COVID batch. We were the actual COVID batch whose meet happened during COVID times. But yeah, I would say that in the second year, I saw a lot of activities and all. I'll just enumerate the fests at GMC Mumbai. So the sports festival is called as Kurukshetra, which is now going to come in April, and I'll be making a vlog on that, of course. The second, the academic fest is called as Obsesses. The two cultural fests are Antaranga and Astute. So these are the main fests. But apart from that, if you go in the GMC campus, it's always bustling with some of the other activities. Like, see, January is the exam time, tha. But in February, Shiv Jayanti is a big thing at JJ. Shiv Jayanti is an absolutely big thing at JJ. And of course, it should be because we are Maharashtrians and we are really proud of our heritage. So despite of the exam schedule, 19th Feb was celebrated as Shiv Jayanti, and they celebrated it really well. All the seniors, juniors came together, worked on that. After that, in March you have Holi, so that is celebrated in a very nice way, and especially the hostelites enjoy a lot. And like all these small things are there. And apart from that, in a college we have like 12 to 13 clubs, different clubs. Like there is a trekkers club, there is a book club, there is a this. So, I'm personally in RISE, that is research, innovation, and all of that, and studies and explore. So we like these club activities are going out throughout the year. So you can never say that you are out, you are having that FOMO that your other college friends are enjoying. Rather, your other college friends would have a FOMO looking at you कि अरे यार इनके कॉलेज में कितने सारे एक्टिविटीज हो रहे हैं. So yeah, it's wonderful. In fact, sometimes you have to decide that अरे यार if I participate in this fest, I'll literally not get time to study. So then you have to miss out on something. तो वैसे होता है, but otherwise it's very fun. It's very much fun being at JJ and being part of all the activities. Also, these are the 4 5 big fests, and apart from that, we have a college week in October every year. We have college week and बहुत सारे activities होते हैं, Independence Day. So there's some of the other activity always going on. Yeah, and again, like you need to be selective. Whatever you're good at, participate in that. And other jagah par, just be the audience.
Yeah, I mean, I had attended Obsesses last year and it was
Yeah,
grand,
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
huge.
Obsesses was huge, and actually, the budget for Obsesses was really nice. Although our college did not give us that much money, but I was a personally part of the organizing committee. I was not a core member of the organizing committee, but I was organizing one thing. So, like we know that later on we got good funds from other people, so it was really nice, and we could again like there was 3 Obsesses, and you might know that GM sites are as interested in academics also. It's not like it's just cultural; they are also into academics, and it was really nice. And for now, like you can come again in the month of April because we are going to have an Antaranga and Astritva. So if you want
Also,
to
is it
witness
like
that,
an inter-college thing?
yeah, it's into college thing. You can enroll yourself. I guess the Google Forms will be out by the end of March because it would be scheduled. And I don't think you'll have any exam in April, May, right? Yeah. So you can, of course, visit GFC. GM sites are welcoming people. You're very much invited to our college to attend the fests. I remember some batch before me during Antaragastha, Darshan Rawal had come for a concert at GMC. And JJ has a thing called as August medleys, August medleys or melodies. I'm not sure what exactly it is. In which some of the other singer or somebody comes, and that has been a trend since so many years. Like literally, one of our professors, you can see that videos there, Dr. Chandrakiran Hathiyan, she told that she was a GM set in something 1990s or something. Even then, big singers like Kishore Kumar, Mohammed Rafi used to come.
Oh.
So JJ fests have been that grand since then. And because of COVID, 2 3 years we were a bit slow, but now we are slowly catching up on everything.
So, tell us about the hostel and the mess facilities over there. Do
Yeah.
first year students get hostel rooms?
Yeah, this is a perk of being a GM set that first year students do get hostels. And all of the first year, of course, due to the lack of due to the shortage of rooms, you might have to accommodate for a few months, on multiple sharing bases, like 4 or 5 people in one room. But yes, if you are not a localite, then you are bound to get a hostel. JJ is very considerate towards students with respect to that. So yeah, you do. First year students do get. I guess all of my juniors have got hostels, except the ones who are localites. Localites को रूम थोड़ा बफर पीरियड में मिलता है. If there is once the senior batches graduate and they leave the hostels, then the localites and all the other people are accommodated in the hostel. But yes, now coming to the hostel facilities. So in the campus we have a total of 4 hostels, 4 5. I'll just enumerate all the hostels. So in boys hostel for NDT students, we have three hostels: Old Boys Hostel, Apna Boys Hostel, and Aranbat Boys Hostel. And there's only one huge girls hostel. There's a nursing hostel, and there's a hostel for like every course also separately. So, but again, then you need to know that the hostel facilities at GMC Mumbai are better than other government colleges. But even then, it's a government college hostel. So the
Mhm.
fees is pretty minimal, like it's just 4,000 rupees a year. Okay. And you might know, like staying in a being located in an area like South Bombay, the rent is quite high. Like I personally, when I rented an apartment, I pay more than 10-15,000 a month. So 4,000 per year is very nice. And the hostel facilities are little upside down, but even then, if you make complaints to a dean or anybody, you can get your way. And it's nice. I'm not talking about the mess. So there's nothing called as mess at GMC hostels because GMCs are always cool people. They get bored of eating one kind of meal every day. So that's why we do not believe in having a mess at a college. Rather, we have 4 to 5 good canteens at a college.
Mhm.
First is the common public canteen where it's the hospital canteen like thing. Second is the girls' hostel canteen. Then there's a boys' hostel canteen. Then there is a nursing hostel canteen. So there are 4 5 canteens. And now rating the canteen food. So if you ever visit to JJ, I'll tell you in the nursing canteen you should really eat all the cafe items like Chinese and all of that. And if you want to eat something Indian, go to the residence hostel canteen, which is in the residence building. And otherwise, chai wai ke liye you can go to the other canteens. And if you want to eat biryani or tandoori, always go to the girls' canteen. But yeah, the food is really good. Yeah, so like it's that. If I want to eat this today, then I'll go to this canteen. If I want to eat that today, I will go to that canteen. Yeah, but it's nice, and the food, the living cost is also pretty minimal because considering that students stay in the hostel, like, your food might not be an issue living in the campus because you get good food and it's a hospital canteen, so of course it's all regulated, and it's nice. And but just one more thing that localites will have a hard time because they won't get good hostel rooms. Like even if you score however good marks, there is regionalism in the campus because of which the other region peoples like All India Quota and Vidarbha and Marathwada will get better rooms than localites. So it really depends on that. But yeah, it's like JG is never out of rooms. You will get rooms eventually, and you get bonuses first.
Tell us about the campus and the infrastructure, and also tell us about the gymkhana.
Yeah. So this is a very interesting question. Let me tell you, JJ after GMC Nagpur, I guess, has the largest campus across India. And actually, like it's not like GMC Nagpur के आधे से ज़्यादा campus तो use कर ही नहीं सकते. It's in JJ the whole campus is accessible. In fact, if you're an aspiring medical and you want to get into GMC Mumbai, you can just visit GMC Mumbai. Like it's pretty much a motivation in itself, and it's a very huge campus. It's a very calm, peaceful, plush green campus, and the campus is well maintained again. And talking about the infrastructure, so the infrastructure is of the British era, and many buildings are because GAJ came into existence in 1857. So there are certain buildings which are since 1900s and 1920s. Yeah. So the infrastructure is a bit old. It's not like we do not have all our lecture halls air conditioned. For some subjects we have our lecture halls which are air conditioned. Like in JJ, it's not like you'll be sitting in one classroom. For every lecture, for every practical, you have to go to different lecture hall, right? And you'll have to. That's the only like downside of it. कि बहुत घूमना पड़ता है तो ऐसे बोलते हैं ना कार्डियो तो वैसे ही हो जाता है you do not need to fit to the gym again. So that's one thing about the JJ campus, but it's a very beautiful campus. And lecture halls में हाँ थोड़ा सा issue है पंखे नहीं चलती है नहीं चलती but otherwise it's nice. And there are like renovation and all वगैरह होते रहता है. Some lecture also really well maintained. If the department gets a good budget from the dean, then the department is well maintained. Otherwise, the department is not that well maintained. So that's one thing. Now talking about the Gymkhana. So the JJ Gymkhana is located right opposite to Marine Lines, and it's a huge attraction. Although I have seen the Gymkhana only once, and most of the fest activities happen at the JJ Gymkhana only. Other than that, there are gyms in the hostels. Like the boys' hostel has a gym on the ground floor. Yes, but of course, it's a government hostel gym, so you have to keep your expectations a bit modest. Of course, but yeah, JJ offers you a good campus, and it's a pleasant campus. Hostel amenities are little this, but okay, you have to manage now. But it's a beautiful campus.
So So, as a parting note, is there anything that you would like to say to the NEET 2023 aspirants who want to get into JJ?
For me now, NEET is like 3 years back. I don't quite know what's going on with respect to the change in syllabus and all, but I would always tell you trust the process. I had a very difficult time throughout my 11th, 12th to my school days, but I'll be honest, although this time also has its own difficulties and hardships, but this time has its own charm, and this is one of the best periods of my life that I'm living currently at JJ. It has hardships. I'm not saying that it's very easy, but it's at least way, way, way better than what my school life and my early college life, 11th and 12th standard used to look like. So trust the process, and all the selection and all is difficult, and everything is, but just trust in yourself, and it's all going to happen. It will take time for some, like it's a journey of just 10 steps. But some might walk it in a day, some might walk it in 10 days, but it will take time, but trust the process. And everything is happening for a reason. And ultimately, do well, keep yourself calm, prepare well, and all the best. And I know you have it in you, and you'll do great in your NEET 2023. Do well.
I really hope you found this video helpful. In case you have any doubts, you can always mention them in the comments below. And please give your feedback. If you really like the video, please hit the like button and do share the video with your friends and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.